Earlier this year, my friends and I ventured forth on a quest to discover a place that was long fabled amongst our peers from university. Atop a peak in the Appalachian Mountains sits a fire tower, a watchtower of firefighting days past that grants vast views of the peaks and valleys below, that we just simply had to see. Would we be able to find it? And if we did, could we even ascend the tower without catching trespassing charges? Let's find out. We began our journey in a parking lot of a section of the Appalachian Trail and walked down the road a bit to hop on a fire road. Now, fire roads, logging roads, double track, or whatever you want to call them, are very prevalent in North Georgia, and I've been on many of them. This was a fairly short one that followed a power line up the mountain. But let me just say though, this fire road was incredibly steep, and running ahead and or behind to get these shots of Caleb and Grant hiking was not worth it. The hike was really short though, and didn't even reach a mile. After some gorgeous views and a brief stroll through a canopy, we finally reached the peak. There it was in all of its towery glory. We looked around the tower and gazed across the land from atop the rocky overlook until the next question churning in our minds could not be contained any longer. Can we go in the tower? Well, regardless of whether the general public is allowed in this tower, we decided to ascend it anyway because the gate was unlocked, and let me just say that it was worth the risk. The view was even more stunning on top of the tower than it was down below. Fire towers are a bit obsolete nowadays, but this tower still serves a purpose. The local army base has converted this fire tower into a ham radio relay, which we were not able to get inside to see the equipment of. We descended the fire tower and hiked back down the fire road, which was much easier this way, and called it a day. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wow, what an awesome adventure that was. You're so good at telling stories and making YouTube videos. What could possibly top this? I know. I thought the exact same thing. But in all seriousness, I came back to this hike later with Maria, and this hike in the winter wonderland was much cooler than the hike in the non-snowy winter. The hike was just as steep this time around, but this time it was so cold that hiking was a great way to warm up. It was freezing this day. The wind was howling and the air was damp and frosty. The peak of this mountain was caked in a layer of heavenly dandruff, and the wind created some fantastic snowy formations on the local flora. Eventually, the tower emerged out of the clouds like a mythical kaiju, challenging our effort to reach its secrets atop the concealed mountaintop. The view was, cloudy, but the tower itself was phenomenal. I ascended the tower again, much slower this time, and Maria did not want to join me, and found not only the windiest spot of the hike so far, but also a frozen sculpture of a bygone era. The tower and its surroundings were beautiful, but it was so cold we did not stay for very long. To show you how cold it was, here is me turning my hat around and then back again. In that brief time, some snow hit my hair, stuck to it, and immediately turned to ice that I had to defrost later. After that, we quickly descended the mountain to put a bookend on our adventure. Thank you very much for watching the last of my winter videos I've had being waited to be edited, and if you like this video, consider subscribing, liking, and commenting to help me grow my channel. The next videos coming up are less cold, and I'll be making some more mountain biking content since it's been a while since we've seen that on my channel. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.
Alright, just look at it for real.
I am.
That's amazing!
Really cool.
Wow!
You can't even see the mountain.
I know. Wow, look down here.